motivated. Okay, so I'm doing a new thing where from now on, I'm going to start doing like series. Instead of just sharing with you for that 1 week about one topic, we're going to do a series of like 4 to 5 weeks where we talk about the same thing. And I'm doing this because A, sometimes I have more to say than I can fit into 10 minutes. And B, because I think there are some topics that need to be covered in a really profound way, and that's really hard to do in 10 minutes. So the very first thing that I want to talk to you guys about, what we're going to be covering for the next 4 weeks, if you will, is helping others, which helps ourselves. All right? We talk about this a lot at Kevo. It's sort of one of the pillars, not sort of, it is one of the pillars of what we do here. We believe that by helping others, you ultimately will get to your end even faster, right? And there's a Zig Ziglar quote, which Brett always says. Where did my Brett go? He wandered off. It happens. Brett, come say your quote again that you say every Thursday.
I say a lot of quotes.
No, the Zig Ziglar one about helping others.
Oh, that's Jim Rohn.
Okay, we'll say it. Just say it in a quote.
If you help enough people get what they want, you can have everything you want.
Thank you, Brett.
Thanks, guys.
P.S. I heard you guys booed him last week, which literally made my entire life. So, if you help enough people get what they want, you will get what you want. And I want to talk to you guys about that because we say that to you and it's absolutely true, but I feel like sometimes there's authenticity which is lost when you say that. Because the reality is that does not mean that you can just walk up and be like, hey, can I get the door for you? And then if they don't hand it, like if they don't at the next door open it for you, you can't be like, well, that son of a, you know what? God dang it. I opened the door for him. No, it has to be a way in which you start to live your life. Meaning that you have to make the commitment to yourself that what you want out of life is not just to meet the ends of whatever it is you're trying to achieve, but to help others in addition. Those have to be equal. Like when you're holding the reins of that wagon, you can't hold the one like, I want all my own stuff first, and then this one I just sort of care about a little bit because Lacey said I had to, right? No, they have to be equal. There are so many people in our world right now that need an ounce, and I mean honest to God, an ounce of kindness. There are people that you come into contact every day at the gas station, at the grocery store, people that you see at church, at your kids' school. And honestly, in today's world, sometimes we get so just set on what it is we're trying to do, we miss that there are people that are barely hanging on. I mean, that's the reality of the world we live in. And I know, because I've been one of the people that's barely hanging on, right? I've had days that I'm struggling so hard. And then someone will cut me off in traffic and give me the finger. And you think like, oh, for the normal times in your life, you just think like, oh, you're, what? And you just move on down the road. But on days when you're struggling, it's not just move on down the road. That's devastating. Because you start to think like the whole world is like a really tragic, awful place. And these people are all awful. So what I'm asking you guys to do is to start being the light and the happy and the kind that you need and that other people need. Because when I say if you help enough people get what you want, you're going to get what you want, it's really easy to think of that in a really small way. It's really easy to go, okay, well, I'm going to invite people to career night and that's enough. It's not enough. This is a change that I want to see in all of us deep down in our souls. I want to start being a company that makes a difference to people, whether they're ever a part of us or not. Which means that we're going to have to be better. And we're going to have to be stronger. And we're going to have to rise above. That means that never, ever, ever do you get to flip somebody off in traffic. Seriously, never ever. If I hear about it, I will scold your ass, all right? That means when you are looking at the grocery store, When you are at the gas station, if you see someone who looks like they're having a rough time, that means that you're giving a smile, right? That you're rising above. Because that's what we have to do. That's what it means when they say, if you help enough people, you will be helped yourself. That's what it looks like. It's not just being okay. So that's what we're going to talk about for the next 4 weeks. And I know it's a big ask. And I know for some of us, like we all have stuff going on in our lives and you think like, oh, I can't do this. But I'm going to tell you something about me. When I say that I've been there, when I've been the person who's barely hanging on, I will tell you that the thing that saved me, the thing that kept my heart happy, was coming in here and making you guys feel good. Truth. Like, you guys changed my life. You continue to, constantly. So do me a favor, and even though it may suck and you may be having a bad day, go be the light to somebody else. Because that's when it comes back for you. Okay?